Welcome everybody, I'm Ed Cruz and this is the last lesson. This is episode 53 and the feel of the triangle. Okay, I'm laughing at myself because I shot an episode talking about the evenness of the elbow, looking for the sticks. It's right behind me the entire time. All right, so let's talk a little bit about structure. And I've mentioned this a little bit before. And I want you to get the feel and understanding. This actually came about in class, and I wasn't sure whether or not I've talked about it before. I don't remember what I teach people, because people ask something and I'll bring up the subject. So we know the hands function as a triangle, right? Three sides, right? This side, and the base is a triangle. So you see someone do a technique like, oh, okay, he does lops out punch. And it looks like, well, it visually looks, lops out punch, like he's in the triangle, right? And you're like, oh yeah, he's definitely doing a triangle. But a true triangle, a real triangle, functions in a very, very different manner, right? So if the hand, if you can imagine this, first let's get to the point what you need to imagine in order to get the function correctly of what a triangle really feels and does. Here's a visualization to help you. Okay, this is the base. Triangle involves three sides: base, right side, left side. Imagine then that on my chest is a balloon, a ball, right? Basketball in this manner. This side holds, this is the base, holds it, right side holds it, and this side holds it, all together, okay? So from here, from above, I'm maintaining this balloon at all times. One, I don't squeeze the balloon in and pop it. And two, I don't loosen it and drop it. Okay, so try to think about that first, right? In order to have the triangle, you can visually have the look of the triangle, but it has to have the innards within it to make sure it functions correctly. What's the difference? The difference is, for example, I can have my hands like this, Tanzao Futsal, right? And if you can imagine that ball again within me, right? As far as me containing it. If someone punches on this side and picture the ball in my hand, and all of a sudden I go like this and then block it in this manner, okay? Collapses in like this. Maybe I block it this way. Maybe I go this way and block it with a wusao, whatever. Or maybe I catch it and do it with bong sao. The overall thing is, while it looks like a triangle, it doesn't necessarily function like a triangle. Now, what does that mean? Because if we take that concept of me holding this balloon, right? I'm holding this ball, chest, arm, right? Like this. All of a sudden, the force is coming from this side. By me maintaining the actual structure of this triangle, what happens? You don't see me go like this and collapse it. The force forces me to do what? See how I end up rotating this around? And basically, I maintain the triangle, and still the ball is inside me the entire time, right? So what I'm trying to say is, when you actually have not the look of a triangle, but the actual feel and functionality of a triangle, the motion that you'll take when the attack or block comes in is totally different. It's night and day from a technique. So this same example where I go like this to block this punch coming in, if this force is coming in, what happens? I follow the force, follow the force, and, right, I'm here, I follow the force, follow the force, block. Notice I move very little in order to do that, and I'm still what? Maintaining this within the three sides to hold the structure, the tension, the innards of the triangle within it. So you got to think along that terms. You'll feel like a squeeze is like, oh no, something's squeezing this side. And all of a sudden, I gotta adjust to make sure I maintain that triangle every time I do it. It works no different if, for example, you're here and someone lops you, right? Someone pulls you, okay? If someone lops me, okay? If someone pulls me and I end up going like this, notice what happens. I lose the inflation. I lose the innards of the ball within the three. I'm maintaining this. three sides, constantly maintaining this correct tension. So if the force comes in, I end up rolling one way or another. Even here, I end up rolling this way, but I'm still maintaining that ball within three sides every single time. So if someone pulls me like this, right, and I end up, look, only two sides going up, there's no support. So, for example, if someone ends up pulling my motion, I'll just go like this and get dragged along. What happens? I feel that pull, and what happens? I gotta maintain 1, 2, 3 that tension, and I roll and step. And guess what? The entire time, right? I'm here. He pulls me the entire time. What happens? I'm maintaining the triangle, the structure, the integrity of the triangle. One side, two sides, three sides. Even when he pulls me, if he ends up pulling me, and then I end up opening up and dropping that, I lose the tension, the inflation of that triangle structure, and my hands will move in a totally different manner than it should be. I'll be moving in a technique manner. So try to, hopefully that helps you give a visualization. It's like I'm maintaining a certain amount of squeeze, not muscular. Just imagine me trying to touch this side, this side, this side, and then constantly manipulating it so I'm maintaining this the entire single time. In the beginning, you can basically try to look like a triangle, which is good. That's where your starting ground is. But eventually, the functionality of it is totally different, night and day, when you can actually maintain that kind of tension on three different sides. All right, hopefully this video will change how you look as far as technique and structure, right? Everyone always says structure in Wing Chun. I've yet to see it. But this is exactly how structure works, structure how it feels, right? If you can actually maintain it, all right?